you hold on your practice. And this time you can go ahead and press the check marks on your scoring console. That will bring your arrows up for tournament play. Good luck and good bowling today.
Good morning, everybody, and hope you had a great holiday weekend, and we hope it continues here at the National Collegiate Team Match Games. Women's competition taking place at Bel Air Bowl in Belleville, Illinois. My name is Aaron Smith with USBC Communications. Thank you for joining us here today. We are getting underway 6 traditional games, followed by 5 4-game Baker sets tomorrow. Total pinfall determining our champions at each event. So welcome back to Bowl TV. Starting off today, our teams on our featured pairs. Starting from left to right, our featured lanes 15 through 18 here at Bel Air Bowl. We have Iowa Western Community College on 15. So they are going to be A, B, C, D, and E on that far left scoreboard. Over on lane 16, West Texas A&M, the Buffs, will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then moving over to 17 and 18, we have Aquinas on 17. They will be A, B, C, D, and E. And then Trine University will be on 18. So far right of your screen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the scoreboard, we'll see what we can do to run down some lineups as well. Be able to introduce all these players. But for right now, just want to welcome you in. Daniel, thank you for that note. Definitely a great opportunity. We got a 19-team field here in the women's division, and of course over at St. Clair Bowl, the men's competition underway. Daniel Farish and Shannon Sellens bringing you the action on our other featured channel. So we encourage you to check out both throughout the course of the day. Today's oil pattern, we already featured it in the chat and threw a link out there, 45 feet in length. .35 mils. We do not have the conditioner listed on the pattern graph. So I'm not sure what we're using there, but you can see the shape a little unique. We got the strip as well, about at 30 feet. So we'll see how these teams attack this pattern. It will stay the same for both days. And we will conclude our competition here tomorrow with a position round with our top 4 teams right here behind lanes 15 through 18. So we will be able to bring you the exciting conclusion here. But right now we got a lot of bowling to get there. So once again, joined by Iowa Western Community College, West Texas A&M, Aquinas, and Trine. So everyone settle in. Once again, we hope you had a great holiday. Enjoy early round competition here in the Women's Field 2019 National Collegiate Team Match Games. All right, folks, as we settle into game number 1 here, we do have some lineups for you. So we will be starting from the left and working our way to the right. So start with Iowa Western Community College, which is on the scoreboard, A, B, C, D, and E to the far left of your screen. Their lineup to start, Angela Haynes is the leadoff bowler, so she is with a letter A. Jackie Moore, Dusty Spring, Samantha Likas, and Shalee Bradley is their 5 to start. For the Buffs of West Texas A&M, Coach Mark Scroggins has elected to go with Alexis Sledge as the leadoff bowler, Nicole Kelty second, Elisa Gunther third, Alyssa McCleary fourth, and Cassandra Rizzo in the 5 spot. Once again, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 above lane 16. So that was Cassandra up there right now looking at the washout on lane 15 to convert. Shalee with a washout of her own on 16 for Iowa Western CC. On the scoreboard above lanes 17, A, B, C, D, and E, that is Aquinas. Their lineup to start. Leadoff Mackenzie Plitcha. Bowling second, Michelle Thompson. Number 3, Taylor Schoenith. Michaela Thomas, fourth, and Christina Schurman, fifth. And of course, for anyone watching who happens to know these teams, if I happen to be, let's just put it, not pronouncing these names correctly, please let me know. I'll certainly try to get those corrected as well. And for Trine University, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the far right of your screen for the scoreboard. In the blue jerseys, their lineup to start, Claire Selking in the leadoff spot, Dakota Allenbaugh bowling second, Olivia Hollison third, Katie Newman fourth, and Irene Braun in the 5th position to start things off. We do have our defending team match games champion, St. Ambrose, in the field. The Fighting Bees captured the 2018 event. Lindenwood was in second place, Grandview in third. We have all 3 of those teams listed in the lineup for today. So we'll get to see. Actually, we may not see Lindenwood today. We'll see Lindenwood twice tomorrow. I do recall that. But all 3 of those teams in the field, I should say. Of course, a long history here at the team match games, the traditional Thanksgiving weekend event on the collegiate schedule from even back in my day when I bowled way back when in the mid-2000s. The event was held at different houses back then, but the tradition continues on. We're actually slated to be only at St. Clair Bowl, but had the opportunity to expand a little bit this year and bring in a second center, so very thankful for the opportunity to be here at Bel Air Bowl. Shout out to my main guy, Dale. For making sure we were set up and good to go. Also our tournament director here on the women's competition side. Sierra, thank you for that note. Michaela Thomas for Aquinas. Their bowler in the 4th spot. Michaela will be up momentarily here after Taylor finishes up her 4th frame. So thank you, Sierra. Much appreciated. But our Our tournament host this week, McHenry University. A big thank you to them. Brian O'Keefe, Shannon O'Keefe, kind of taking care of business over at the Men's Center at St. Clair Bowl. And as you mentioned, Dale, the man behind the scenes here at Bel Air Bowl. Nice run at the 2-4-8-10 there. Unable to get the 8-pin out, though, for Iowa Western CC. That was Dusty Spring looking to make a run at the split. Once again, the pattern being used at 45 feet in length, so probably going to be one of the longer patterns. These competitors will see throughout the course of the season. So generally, when teams look at a longer pattern like this, we'll generally want to keep the ball closer to the pocket. So the 1-3 for the right-handers, the 1-2 for the southpaws. Really don't want to give it away, because usually if you're missing away from the pocket, unless a player happens to create pretty heavy ball roll or create some revolutions, if you're right of target, it's probably not going to come back. So folks try to keep the ball pretty close to that. Obviously, that's going to change from house to house. Wear and tear on the lanes, type of surface, topography, all of that will come into play. So over the course of competition, we'll get to see that breakdown and how teams adjust along the way. For West Texas A&M, they have a few bowlers getting off to strong starts here. Nicole Kelty is going to be stepping up in a moment to far left of your screen, looking to make it 4 in a row for the Buffs. Once again, keeping her angles fairly straight, actually getting a little bit farther left as well to kind of keep the ball, once again, not straying too far away from the head pin. And she makes it 4 in a row. as we mentioned, this tournament lasts for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, so the rest of the weekend. 6 traditional games today. Tomorrow will be 5 4-game Baker sets. So 6 traditional games and 20 Baker games total. Pinfall determining our champion in each division. And as we stated, our final round of Baker tomorrow will be a position round, so we know the teams coming to our featured pairs up until that last round. So if there aren't any particular teams you are very interested in following throughout the course of the competition, you can find those right now for all of today's 6-game block by clicking on the trophy above the chat right there in the middle. You'll see Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, Game 4, Game 5, and Game 6. For a few of those games, you will see just one team listed. For instance, in Game 2, we have Campbellsville only listed on 15 and 16. With an odd number of teams in the field, we do have basically a blind team, if you will. So we will see that, I believe, twice today. But overall, I think tomorrow we don't have that at all. But if there's any particular team you are looking for, we will let you know. Stephen, good question in the chat. As we mentioned, this is a McKendree host tournament. And he asked why the McKendree women are not bowling. And I actually learned a lot about that this week. So with McKendree being an NCAA program as well as competing on the USBC collegiate side, they have certain restrictions as far as how many competition days they have per season on the NCAA side, which also, means their USBC events in which they participate. They have to account for postseason play, kind of have that built into their schedule. So for McKendree, a lot of times they will look to send essentially their JV team when the women's or the varsity team, is bowling an NCAA event, because that kind of works out in the rules where if teams are bowling in 2 different tournaments at the same time, it counts as 1 competition day. So that's going to be the main reason why, because there isn't an NCAA event going on this week. The team wants to make sure they get it in their NCAA events. So for that purpose, the girls team not bowling this week. So a little interesting. It was, I asked the same question as well. But for the NCAA programs that do also compete on the USBC collegiate side, they do have to basically manage their games, manage their events, and kind of when and where they compete throughout the course of their season, because their seasons do last a little bit longer. I guess the regular season does. USBC collegiate generally gets underway, middle of September. There's the first event. Many teams start practice before that. However, the NCAA season, they can't start practicing until October 1st, so obviously that comes into play too. So very interesting how teams have to kind of manage that schedule throughout the course of the season. So I hope that helps out. Certainly the Bearcats, a great team, one we always enjoy getting to see, and have certainly proven to be a top-tier team over the course of many, many seasons now. But just one of the wrinkles with being an NCAA program. Is that the reason? But the men's team, however, since men's bowling does not have any NCAA affiliation, the men's team is bowling over at St. Clair Bowl. So Nicole's string of strikes for West Texas A&M comes to a close right there after 4 consecutive. She leaves the 2-4-5. Some of these programs a little bit newer here on our featured pair. Iowa Western CC, I believe just their second year. For Trine, just their third, I believe, from what I was able to look up on the always fantastic collegebowling.com. West Texas A&M, of course, a very long history with collegiate bowling. Previously, West Texas State, I want to say. Got to double check that, but the Buffs, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ITC titles. Over the course of their history. So we are hitting the backstretch here of game number 1. And with that being said, we of course want to encourage you to check out all of our great content here on Bowl TV when you finish up with competition today. So be sure to check out the lab and visit with Team USA head coach Rod Ross as he breaks down some of the top players in the world in his bi-weekly series of The Video Room. So if you haven't checked out the video room, it's a pretty unique setup. Rod Ross, longtime Team USA head coach, essentially will take many of the top Team USA players you've become familiar with over the years and essentially break down the great parts of their game using many of the cool toys at the International Training and Research Center. He's able to get video of multiple angles to just show all the small things, all the ways that players have worked to get better as they've been in the program. And of course, while they're able to consistently perform well, consistently create just a lot of power, a lot of revolutions, all that kind of comes together. So I would definitely encourage that. That's actually one of my favorite series here on Bowl TV to check out every week, or every other week, when Rod comes out with a new segment. So be on the lookout for that in the lab. All right, folks, we're hitting the home stretch of game number 1, so we're going to let our 4 teams, Iowa Western, West Texas A&M, Trine, and Aquinas, help get us to the 10th frame here. We'll be right back here on Bowl TV at the National Collegiate Team Match Games taking place, women's competition at Bel Air Bowl in Belleville, Illinois. So here in the early going, game number 1, West Texas A&M looking to be the team with the best handle of this 45-foot condition here in the early going. A few players off to strong starts for the Buffs. Despite that open, Nicole Kelty, 180 there in the 9th frame. Still get to 210. And their anchor, Cassandra Razzo, working on 4 strikes in a row herself. Coming up for her 9th frame momentarily. Looking at the overall season rankings. Looks like West Texas A&M a little bit farther back in the overall rankings here in the early portion of the season, but for a lot of teams, they'll be gearing up with a few Tier 1 events. So for West Texas A&M, currently 84th in the overall standings, but expect a team that has had a strong history to kind of find its stride and move up as it bowls more events as well. That's definitely one of the intriguing parts of the season. As teams bowl more events, they get more ranking points. And they have the opportunity to, once again, move up in the standings and hopefully put themselves in position to make a run at postseason play, which, of course, is the ultimate goal. First, earning a spot in sectionals and then advancing from one of the 4 sectionals to the Intercollegiate Team Championships, which takes place this year in April in Wyoming, Michigan, which is just outside of Grand Rapids. But from there to work your way through bracket play and earn a spot in the title match for the opportunity to hoist the Helmer Cup. Robert Morris, Illinois, the defending women's champion at the ITC Weber International on the men's side. So our full field this week on the women's side features, in no particular order, Lawrence Tech, Wright State, Mount Mercy, Huntington, Ball State, Newman, Campbellsville, Minnesota State Mankato, Marion University, Lewis University, Baker, Rochester, Iowa Western CC, West Texas A&M, Aquinas, Trine, so those 4 schools all in front of us, Grandview, St. Ambrose, and Lindenwood. So that is the 19-team lineup, and I believe based off of putting our live stream pairs schedule in place that we will catch all 19 teams at least once throughout the course of competition. So depending on when they hit will vary, but fairly confident we do catch every team at some point throughout the course of our 2 days. And of course the position round, we will have the top 4 teams here for Baker competition tomorrow. Essentially each set is 4 games. Teams will bowl 2 games on one lane and then switch with the other team. So 4 games on the pair, 2 on each lane, before moving on to their next pair. Nicole Kelty looking to finish strong here. A few opens in the 8th and the 9th frame. She can pick up the spare, still get to 200 even. For Iowa Central, Angela Haynes finishes with 131. For West Texas A&M, Alexis Sledge finished with 165. Just getting ready to start the 9th frame over on 17 and 18. Jackie Moore for Iowa is going to finish up with 116. For many coaches, this will be an opportunity here in the 10th frame to bring in a substitute player. They're allowed 8 players per game, or not per game, but basically a team can travel with 8 players and have 8 players bowl throughout the course of the week. Ninth frame now underway. 17 and 18, Aquinas and Trine. Well into the 10th frame here for West Texas A&M and Iowa Western. Dusty Spring is going to be leading the way for Iowa Western with 166 this game. Nice break there for West Texas A&M to start the 10th frame for Cassandra. Still has 220 available out there. And Alyssa McCleary shoot 199. Nicole Kelty 198. No problem on the spare there for Cassandra. So chance for a nice game out of the gates, and that's really what you're looking for. Showing some comfortableness on the condition. Being able to consistently get to the pocket, put a few strikes together. And she's looking at a clean game too. So, and you know, not one of those spares was a 9 count. So a good job of taking care of all the spares there, and have a nice 219. So 9:15 start for West Texas A&M. .705 for Iowa Western CC. Aquinas and try and get to the 10th frame, and we get a wave too. Hello, team. That was an excellent team effort right there. That's one of the tricky parts with the cameras is sometimes we have 3 of them up for our 4 lanes of coverage, the main one on the lanes, and then scoreboard shots for the other 2. So every once in a while, teams will, they'll get the note that got someone watching from back home, and so you got to make sure you wave at the right camera. Be in a good spot for it too. So the Saints were. So once again, coming up next here in game number 2 will be Campbellsville alone on 15 and 16. As we mentioned, we have an odd number of teams in the field, so they will be bowling unopposed. We will have Marion coming up in over on 17 and 18, along with Wright State. So that will be the lineup after the conclusion. We have Michael in the chat already cheering on the Knights. So, Michael, we're almost there. The National Collegiate Team Match Games, one of 10 Tier 1 events throughout the course of the regular season for our USBC collegiate teams. It is the 4th one overall on the schedule. Our other ones so far have been the Midwest Collegiate Classic. That was back in early October over at Bolero in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. We had the Mid-States Championships. That was mid-October. In Wichita, Kansas. That was held at 2 separate houses. The same could be said for our third at Tier 1. That was the Brunswick Southern Collegiate Classic in Marietta, Georgia. 2 houses in Marietta hosting that event. That was early November. And this is the first Tier 1 we've had in a couple of weeks, actually. So usually they seem to come every 2 or 3 weeks. So it's been one of the longer breaks that we've had, but we've still had some great action here on Bowl TV, of course. We were at the Leatherneck Classic in the Quad Cities. That's essentially one of the top Tier 2 events in the country. Had more than, with varsity and junior varsity, I believe, more than 100 schools overall. Had to use 4 bowling centers for that event. And then Emil Williams Jr. and Daniel Farish were over in Delaware last weekend for an NCAA event, the Hawk Classic, hosted by Maryland Eastern Shore. So, of course, as we talk a little bit about our collegiate schedule, of course, we hope you check it out throughout the course of the season. New and improved Bowl TV schedule for collegiate bowling. Expanded regular season, extra postseason play. So coming up next on the docket, of course, with it being the holiday weekend and kind of the end of the semester, we're actually going to be slowing down for a couple of weeks just because the collegiate schedule itself not too active in the upcoming weeks. As we mentioned, semester's ending, so final preparation. I do remember those days, so I understand the want and need to be okay with maybe taking a little more time with the studies than on the lanes. But we'll be back actually after the semester breaks. We have a total of 4 tournaments within basically a 10-day stretch to end 2019. We'll head to Las Vegas first for the Glenn Carlson Las Vegas Invitational, followed directly by the Collegiate Shootout. So that has actually been one that's previously been in the Bowl TV schedule. So that'll be over at South Point Bowling Plaza and Gold Coast. And then we'll be heading off right after Christmas to the Pennsylvania events. Allentown, Pennsylvania, for the Keystone Quaker Classic and the Lehigh Valley Classic. So that'll be a new addition to the schedule this year, so we're excited to join our good friend Patrick Polash at those events. And then before you know it, it'll be time for Team USA trials. So we're definitely, as we mentioned, taking a little bit of a break away from Bowl TV for like 2 or 3 weeks after this. Obviously, we'll have a lot of great content available throughout the course on our other channels, the Lab, the Vault. And of course, you can visit our new and improved archived events page as well to get going. But we'll be ready to go to finish up 2019 and burst onto the scene in 2020. Nice finish there for Michelle Thompson of Aquinas, 205. A nice 4-bagger there. The team is not slowing down, though. Taylor also putting a few strikes together. She can still get to 194. Already with 1 strike in the 10th frame. You have Katie Newman up for Trine University. Once again, Marion, Wright State, and Campbellsville will be up next. All these teams are here and ready to go, so it looks like it should be a quick turnaround into game number 2. Taylor's going to finish with 179. Kind of a late rally here for the Saints. See a nice game paired to our right. St. Ambrose looking pretty tough. Very consistent performance across the board for the Fighting Bees. They're at 209, 193, 204, and 181, and a chance to get to 204. They're going to be just a tad under 1,000 here in the opening game. So we will do our best. Talk to my man Dale Strom, our tournament director here at Bel Air Bowl, about getting updates after every game. So as soon as we get those in our hands, we'll be sure to pass those along, and we'll see what we can do to get some standings in link forms as well, so you guys can check that out at your own leisure. Throughout the course, should have them after every game. Dale said might take a little bit longer in game 1 just because that's usually the case from tournament to tournament. Just getting that first game always seems to take a little bit longer, but then after that, getting a good pace and start rolling. Got Irene Braun for Trine wrapping things up. She's going to lead the way here. Chance to get to 165 with the spare. To the hard way there for Michaela Thomas. .730 finish for Trine here in game number 1. Christina going to wrap things up here for Aquinas. Starts off with a strike. She can still get to 193. She's able to double. That'll put the Saints above 900. Otherwise, they'll have a very high 890, but there is the double. So one more to get to 909. So from what we could see from kind of our viewing area here, got some got a few teams kind of working their way there. All 3 in the 10th. For Christina to finish things up 193 and 909 for Aquinas. Just like that, we're ready for game 2. So as we mentioned, Campbellsville over on 15 and 16. They will be bowling unopposed. And then Marion and Wright State on 17 and 18 coming up next here on Bowl TV. My name is Aaron Smith with USBC Communications. Thank you again for joining us here at the National Collegiate Team Match Games. We'll be here for both days of competition. And of course, got my main man Daniel Farish along with Shannon Sellens over at our men's center, St. Clair Bowl. And they are also live right now, so if you're watching on desktop, you can see the women's featured and the men's featured. Obviously, you're already at the women's feature, but as we move around here, if you want to see what they're up to, or check on your teams over there. They do have the full schedule available in the above the chat as well. Just find the trophy tab, click on that, and you'll get to see which teams are joining the competition here on Bowl TV. And our men's featured pairs over there. If you are on mobile, the way to get there in the top right-hand portion of the screen, we have the little 4-box window pane thing that'll get you to the navigation. You can select the different channels there. So with that, we're going to take a quick break. Get you ready for game 2. We'll once again talk to our teams, get some lineups for you. Campbellsville, Marion, and Wright State coming up next here on Bowl TV. National Collegiate Team Match Games, Day 1. Game 2 of 6 here on Saturday.
like something's not right, you know? Both of you got that. You're welcome. When they don't get paid off.
Awesome. Thank you.
So what part of Florida you guys going to?
We'll be on Anna Maria Island for a couple days, Universal a couple days. Sounded like a good idea. We asked our kids if they wanted or do you want Christmas presents or do you want but now Scott and everything
I just went to my buddy's funeral. I've been friends with him since kindergarten. His dad passed away. And they've been married 53 years. And they've always went to Hawaii for Christmas.
okay.
They've been to Hawaii 31 times.
That's the way, Maddie.
And so and I guess one time they spent a month there.
Wow.
So they donated his skin, so they cremated him. And they kept part of the ashes out, and I guess they're going to make a trip back to Hawaii. Because he loved Hawaii.
I think it sounds like that.
I was really shocked that he was able to donate his skin because him and his wife, they were always lost. And you would think of that, and I'm thinking, I would believe somebody would let somebody donate their skin.
Gotta be damn it.
Yeah.
Huh. My dad was
Right.
my dad was a workaholic. And my parents were never seemed like they're like they don't look at me super but because my dad was such a workaholic, they were kind of like, we're gonna go to Alaska, we're gonna go to my dad's best friend in the world. Want to go to Hawaii? I'm like, what are you waiting for? You have the means and you don't have to answer to anybody.
Right.
Why? Well, we'll do it in a few years. I got too much going on right now. And then my dad got dementia. Not Alzheimer's, but total and so all those plans ended off that they could have done as people on vacation, they never did. So I learned like if you have the means and the ability, like you what you want to do, you should just never know.
Well, see, that's what happened to their dad. He ended up getting Parkinson's and that, and they had to put him in a nursing home. And he got pneumonia, and I guess he was
started when he was 16. And it was a 10-year process. And it was horrible. And my mom, he thought he would outlive her. It's horrible. My dad, the hobby he had is rare, especially for men. And so he had a oh, sorry, babe. And he was after that just not quite himself. So we thought this would be the sequel. But then after like 6 months, he had a stroke and so he took me by the doctor and he discovered like, oh, it's fine, it's just something but it was like a really big personality change. Like he was like mean and just not, and he was never like he looked really intimidating but really was and then as time went on, my husband used to seminars with him all over the country and he stopped me back once and he said, I don't know what it is, but I don't say that. And I said, what do you mean? He had like the gift of gab, like no other. Like he said he's like when he speaks, like he doesn't use words, he's a gifted speaker. And Scott said he would like talk to him, then he would lose where he was and he would look at me like, but what my dad talks about was Scott does two different things. I couldn't help because I don't know that stuff. And then he's like maybe we were talking about a ball or something. And so then we took up for like 2 hours. Like memory, like so let it go and it got worse and then he couldn't see. Like he didn't understand. Like he was standing there and he would say, he just like, tell me when you see. And like for a while he couldn't figure it out. So that was about went around his primary care doctor to go to USBC.
What's the schedule for tomorrow?
So start time?
Start time and kind of I'm just kind of curious about what time they'll finish up.
Well, we'll start a little bit earlier. Practice at 9, bowling for sport 9:15, so 5 Baker sets.
So it's basically an hour for each set, right?
Give or take one. Maybe a little less.
There's no step ladders or nothing. It looks like it's just
It's a position round, so
a position round, but then that's it.
yep.
Okay.
Very, very turned into a. He started calling my mom. It's like what he had, they're like aware of what's happening. It's like more like Alzheimer's. They're just driving. They're just in their own
All right, folks, as you can see, we do have scores available after game number 1. Mount Mercy leading the way a big 11:04 for the Mustangs, so they've been a pretty consistent team so far here in the early going this season. And off to a nice start here, averaging better than 220 as a team in the opening game. Campbellsville now our featured pair in second, 1,056. Those are the only 2 teams averaging better than 200 here in the early going. St. Ambrose 990 in third. Wright State also on our featured pair, 985 in fourth. Lewis University and West Texas A&M tied for fifth at 915. Grandview 910. Aquinas 909, as is Marion in eighth place. And Huntington 875 rounding out the top 10. Here in the early going after game 1. We do not have individual standings, so those will we'll probably see those at the end of the day. We do have lineups. We'll get to those in just a few moments here, but game 2 already cruising along right here. Campbellsville on 15 and 16. Marion and Wright State on 17 and 18.